Well, I think in general this whole thing is about reconnecting to what we're disconnected from. And the documentary is a reminder of that, to reconnect to those things which bring us life. That's what I think the essence of the entire documentary is the reminder of this interconnectedness, how each and every one of us can affect water and affect everyone and everything else around us. And it's that recognition of having that power to make those positive changes or to make negative impact. I mean, one of the biggest things that I teach to kids is that people may not remember exactly what you said, or they may not remember what you did, but they will always remember how you made them feel.
We have carried out many experiments on the effect that quite diverse factors have on samples of water. Magnetic fields, electrical fields, various objects, and also including a human presence and human emotions. And it became clear that positive and negative human emotions are the strongest element of influence.
Professor Korotkov's laboratory has conducted numerous experiments on the effect of human emotions on water. A group of people were asked to project onto a flask of water in front of them very positive emotions like love, tenderness, and concern. Then, the flask was replaced with another one, and the people were asked to project emotions of a different type: fear, aggression, hatred. After this, measurements were taken on the samples. The water exhibited changes that were clearly in one direction or another.
Aggressive emotions reduce the energy and make radical changes in the water. Love increases water's energy levels and stabilizes the water.
I've been in the desert for too long, too long. Ooh, well, I'm thirsty. Won't you quench me, quench my soul?
And remember how Dr. Masaru Emoto, like, he did a book on water. He's like the main guy who's like studied water. Just as praying over water makes the water be more crystallized, and you could see like the positivity in the water as opposed to like how it would be if you did the opposite. Remember how Leanne talked about how negativity, these words that we say, the word itself may not have innately like a negative connotation, but all of a sudden you send it with like negative intent, and all of a sudden it creates this negative space not only for the person who you're intending to give it, but also yourself.
It goes back to your intention.
Yes.
And choosing your words carefully so that you are making an effort to be inclusionary versus exclusionary, and treating people with kindness so that when they're around you, they feel welcome.
Yeah, water is also, it's a great reminder of that energy is a connecting force between everything. And as you said, even if you're just talking about, let's say, lies, when you are maybe a child, maybe you're in high school, who knows when people learn to lie, but I found at one point that I was lying in high school, and I was doing so because of trying to achieve social status in certain ways. And I found that there was so much for me to remember about these lies, to keep up the story, that I realized that I just didn't have the interest in letting lying dominate that much of my life. And then also, when it would have adverse effects on my relationships with people. And I really got to see that by lying to someone, even if you never get caught in the lie, you're inviting that dishonest energy into your life. And lying is just an example, but there are a lot of ways I think that we do that. And water is a great example of the way that energy gets transmitted.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, water is a great conductor. Like Lupe was saying about the positive and negative, but another interesting aspect of this was where the gentleman took 3 glasses and he put water and rice in each one. It was positive to one, negative to another, and completely ignored the third. I thought it was very interesting how the positive put out the great aroma, the negative turned black, but the one that was ignored just completely rotted. So positive and negative energy, obviously what you put out there comes back, but when you ignore something, when you ignore a part of yourself, a part of family, even though maybe there's not good or bad intent, it doesn't seem to do well. It just kind of goes stale.
Another way of looking at that is possibly, intention alone not doing a whole lot. You have to actually put some energy into that intention. I wanted to offer, just to make sure that all perspectives and all voices have a chance to be represented, under the comments section of the video that was on YouTube, there was one person in particular that did have negative things to say about Water, the documentary. So I thought I'd just bring those up. Anybody looking for a documentary that relates to the chemistry of water, this is about as far from that as we can get. This is Pat Robertson on water. This is Jerry Falwell with Water on the Brain. If Water were Benny Hinn, Water would recommend this quote-unquote documentary. Watch on for real laughs, chemists. Hopefully it won't make you cry.